both the Times and the Sun newspaper are now reporting, and this is literally breaking news in the past half an hour, they're both now reporting that Chris Eubank Jr., according to them, has officially been called back in to replace George Groves in the final of the World Boxing Super Series against Callum Smith. This is what the Times is reporting, and this is what the Sun is reporting. The Sun is saying in the bank, all right, that he has been called in to replace George Groves, that the World Boxing Super Series organizers have run out of patience with Groves. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Again, until we hear an official announcement, we can't know for sure because newspapers obviously get it wrong. But they're making out from whatever sources they have on the inside that it's in the bank. And they're saying that there's going to be an announcement on it, an official announcement in the next 10 days. And it is going to be Eubank Jr. replacing George Groves. So yeah, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Personally, I think that a lot of the heat that this situation is receiving with regards to Eubank Jr. replacing Groves is because of the fact that people don't like Eubank Jr. If it had been some anonymous fighter, if it had been a fighter who the general public, particularly in the UK, don't dislike, then I don't think they'd be complaining so much. I don't think the situation is as bad as people are making it out to be. I just think it's people don't like Eubank Jr. and they don't like the idea of him, particularly him specifically, getting another opportunity. But in terms of a semi-finalist in general, a losing semi-finalist in general getting the opportunity to fight in the final, I don't think that is so bad, and I don't think people would have so much of an issue with it if it wasn't Eubank Jr. People just have a personal vendetta against him. Now, a lot of the criticism that Eubank Jr. has received, I think, is valid and just, but also a lot of people, I think, go overboard. I like to remain objective. Yes, Eubank Jr. deserved the criticism he got after his defeat to Groves because he was very dismissive of Groves and he was very disrespectful of other fighters who had lost fights, like Kell Brook, for example, like James DeGale. He called their performances against Errol Spence and Caleb Truax disgraceful. That's what he called their performances. So if their performances were disgraceful, then what was his performance against George Groves? That kind of criticism, 100% I can understand. But with regards to this situation here, him replacing Groves in the final, people, it's not that bad. I know there was only one world champion in the tournament, but as I've mentioned in the previous video about this situation, no fighter is bigger than the tournament. This is not a one-off tournament. It's a long-term project. And one of the things that they're selling this long-term project on is the scheduling. They are meticulous about the scheduling. That was the whole concept of it, is to have a regimented schedule which the boxing fans can get used to and become accustomed to very quickly. So they know this time of the year we're going to have the final of the World Boxing Super Series. Every year. We know every year this is when the quarterfinals start. We know every year this is when the semifinals start. Rome wasn't built in a day. You're going to have teething problems. You're going to have situations like they've had with the super middleweights. It's not a one-off tournament. It's a long-term project. And so next year, they're going to try and get it better. And the year after that, better again. And each year, trying to attract more and more world champions. The aim is to try and get most of the World Boxing Super Series to be like the Cruiserweights was. And the Cruiserweights was an overwhelming success because of the fact that they've got all the world champions in there. Yeah? They're not going to be able to do that with every division every year, but they should be able to get closer and closer to that if they can build this, the brand of the World Boxing Super Series over the next few years. with this regiment, with this routine, with this scheduling. All right. So anyway, let me know what you feel about this in the comment section below, people. It's happening. I'm out.